Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Over the weekend, we actually saw several new updates go live in Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 with some brief patch notes and some gameplay changes to break down. Also, since it is a brand new week here, we've got another update inbound in just a few days time with some new content and some other new gameplay changes to preview as well. So lots to break down today as we get into the details. If you enjoy the video, do me a favor and drop a like on it. It does seriously help grow the channel. And if you're new here or you simply have not subscribed yet, every single day I got you covered with news, updates, patch notes, meta breakdowns, quite literally everything in COD is right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. I do gotta say, since the launch of season 1 and obviously the Warzone integration, ton of new subscribers, tons of support here on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Much love to everyone who's taking the time out of their day to come and check out the videos. But initially here, the Call of Duty Updates Twitter account was pretty busy over the weekend, posting about a handful of new updates that are now live in game. So we've got the patch notes sort of collected from all the various mini updates that dropped over the past couple of days. First up here, there was an issue where players were unable to acquire the correct loadout items within Warzone. You go to grab your loadout and it would give you something completely different. They did update on this, saying we've identified some residual effects related to this issue, which should be resolved shortly, and that should be updated as of now, I believe. So ideally, when you go through and you're trying to grab your Bass B and your Fennec or your Striker 45, whatever the case may be, you can actually go through and get everything correctly and not end up with some random no attachment gun that is not the loadout gun that you wanted whatsoever. They also say for Warzone, we've updated and resolved an issue caused by yesterday's outage that resulted in some player stats tracking incorrectly. All stat tracking has returned to normal and going forward will be reflected correctly in game. So if you didn't know, from the launch of Warzone here, the stats were really not working whatsoever. You could have played 10 games and won 6 of them and it said, hey, you've got 2 wins, congratulations, and the kills weren't tracking correctly. A lot of issues with the stat tracking overall, but they did say that it should now be good going forward. So your first couple of days might not have tracked correctly. Going forward now though, everything should be normal. I have my doubts that it'll function as intended permanently, because stat tracking has been a large issue ever since we went away from the original Warzone engine with Warzone Caldera and transitioned to Warzone 2. Stats basically haven't worked since then. So hopefully the stat tracking consistency is actually there going forward, since it's nice to be able to view your stats in game. And keep in mind, resurgence stats and plunder stats are coming in future seasons, although they are all already being tracked apparently in the back end as of now. COD Updates also had a couple of minor updates go live for Warzone. They say a minor update has gone live with the following: they increased the distance at which buy stations shut down in gas, and they greatly reduced the frequency at which the dead weight accolade occurs in the exfil sequence. So it was pretty funny. I kept seeing clips on Twitter of people who got like 10 kills in the game, might have been the top fragger on their team, get the dead weight accolade. I thought it was funny. It would have been hilarious to keep that in and keep calling people out for no reason, but they did reduce that, so you won't see that title pop up in the exfil as much anymore, unless you truly are being dead weight for the team. They also say for MW3 and Warzone, there was some issues with the black sale content within the battle pass not actively being rewarded to players when they go through and buy it, and that issue should now be resolved. Players who have purchased season 1 black sale should now have access to all expected in-game content. So obviously big issues there. You pay for the upgraded black sale version, you don't get the content you paid for. Kind of sucks. So of course they were pretty quick to get on that one and resolve all of that. This is a pretty big one for Warzone right now. The Dead Silence field upgrade has been disabled across all playlists. There were various bugs with this going on where basically it was active all the time. There were some exploits with Dead Silence in general, so you just won't be able to find that field upgrade in game whatsoever right now until they do end up coming up with a fix for that. That said, I believe there's a completely different issue going on with the Resolute perk, that when that gets activated, you basically have Dead Silence going forward from that point on, which is another huge issue. I do believe they're aware of this based on the number of tweets that I've seen go out about it, but definitely a significant problem there for sure. Hey everyone, it's holiday season, and if you're looking for the perfect stocking stuffer or gift this year, look no further than G Fuel. Whether you're trying to treat yourself this holiday season or pick up something for some friends or some family, G Fuel's got you covered with a little bit of something for everyone. Whether you're trying to restock on your favorite flavors, maybe try something new, they got the tubs, the starter kits, even just some straight up shaker cups if you're looking to grab a new one of those. If you want to pick up up anything at all from the G Fuel site, be sure to go ahead and throw in code IMMORTAL at checkout for that nice little discount. Link for that will be down in the description below if you're interested. Now, those of course were all the patch notes from over the weekend in the past few days. We also, as I mentioned, have a new update inbound this week. Technically 2 updates, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday. Wednesday's initial update's just simply going to be for the weekly challenges and whatnot. I'm not sure why they don't just do it all on the same day, but anyways, we will have new weekly challenges inbound this week. More importantly, we also have a new playlist update happening on December 14th. And for Warzone, we've actually already got this previewed here on their little graphic. They say for Battle Royale on Urzikstan, we're going to have all squad sizes, solos, duos, trios, and quads. And on Resurgence, we're going to have Urzikstan POI rotation trios, and then Vondel and Ashika map rotations, solos, duos, and quads. And lastly, Plunder quads will be available on Urzikstan as well. And then on the multiplayer side of things, the in-game countdown timers have revealed the upcoming playlist. We're going to see the return of Rustment, All or Nothing, Grease 24/7, and a new Mosh Pit mode, all available this week on Thursday as well. Now, we do also know of some other future updates coming to Warzone, Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, and zombies, courtesy of the Trello boards. We've actually seen some new updates here over the past few days. So looking at this and breaking down what we should expect, potentially maybe in some surprise patch notes later on this week. And if that does end up happening, you guys know I'll have you covered with those changes right as they happen. So again, just make sure you're subbed with those noties turned on. This could also be reserved just for the weekly update, maybe some one-off hot fixes in game that the COD Updates account posts about, anything like that. Initially, for global issues, they are aware that the no stock attachment on the XRK Stalker Sniper can't be unlocked. I'm looking forward to trying that out and, speeding up my overall build for that. They do still have fixes scheduled listed on the Trello board for fixing the firing range dummy health, and then also the war scoreboard showing that everyone is stuck at 0 kills. And they're currently investigating kill cams in hardcore not functioning correctly at times for the end game and then also mid-match. And the FOV bug is still being investigated as well. For zombies here, Sledgehammer and Treyarch have updated a couple of things. Initially, they do have fixes scheduled for the visual effects stacking when using akimbo weapons. And then also, players are experiencing more crashes on PC since the start of Season 1. This is something that's been a main priority and a major issue. Lots of complaints, lots of feedback saying I'm getting, way more disconnects, way more game crashes, and losing my entire stash. So they are aware of that. And like the Trello says, they've got a fix scheduled, so that's good news there. They're also investigating reports of players losing their acquisition stashes after an exfil or entering the zombies menu. Definitely a big problem there when your stash is full of high tier loot and suddenly then you can't have any of that. It just gets deleted and tossed into the void, maybe the dark ether, who knows, but they are investigating that one as well. The Warzone Trello board is finally being updated once again since obviously Warzone is out here. So we do have a few different things that they are looking into here. Initially in private matches, if you crash out of a private match, you can't actually rejoin and reconnect to that. So they're investigating that. Calling cards not showing on the after action report is also being looked into. The Resurgence rotation map visual is not appearing in the UI to show what map is currently active, so you're kind of just going in blind there. The Precision Airstrike, there are issues where you don't get any notification whatsoever. I mean, this doesn't really surprise me. Precision Airstrike notifications have been trash ever since Warzone 1 back in 2020, and they still haven't figured out how to make them clear and precise. So now they're just not showing up at all. You could have an airstrike hit you and no one on your squad gets a warning, even if all 3 of you or all 4 of you, whatever the case may be, were in the general area together. Sometimes it'll be like one player gets it but another doesn't. Now no one gets it and then you're all down and it's a really unfortunate situation. They're also looking into a bug with armor plates where armor plates equipped in the gulag after a win are not equipped when redeploying. So obviously pretty clutch there. If you loot up after your win and put on armor so you can go in game, you don't end up getting any of those, so that sets you back a little bit. Handful of fixes all coming for Warzone gameplay there. Not sure if that'll happen in the coming days, might be a little bit longer depending on the severity of the root of the problem there. Again, as we see any new posts, any new updates or patch notes go out, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated right as it happens, so stay here for that alongside everything else going on in the world of COD by hitting that subscribe button and turning on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it on your way out as well. But that is going to wrap things up. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.